Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Pokemon Emerald with only one Tropius was a solid solo run. Let's follow that up with another fun gimmick one. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Gold with only HMs. So, much like in Gen 1, Gen 2's best HMs are still Surf, Strength, and Fly. There's a few new Water HMs in this game, but really the biggest differences are just going to be in the Pokemon that we have available and the enemies that we have to fight. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all of this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. Fly and Surf are probably going to be our best moves, so I predict that we'll have some serious problems with type coverage. I think the red fight at the end is going to require a pretty good team. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use HM moves, no glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. Short intro this time. Once again, we can't properly start the run until we get our first HM. Problem is, the earliest HM that you can actually get is for Flash, and that does no damage, so we can't just use that. Because of that, the challenge can't actually start until we get to the Ilex Forest to get cut. That means that the first gym leader is already down, as well as a rival fight, but every other major fight is still left. It's actually really important that the rival fight is before we get Cut anyway, since he has a ghost type that we wouldn't be able to hit with Cut if that was our only move. Thankfully, Cut is after this fight, so we wouldn't have a choice to not beat him first anyway. Naturally, we went with Totodile since he can learn 4 HMs. He's not exactly the best water type in the game, but he's pretty good for Johto at least. As soon as we get Cut, we teach it to him right away. Alright, only HM moves in combat from this point on. Before we can use Cut outside of battle, we have to take down Bugsy. Thankfully, much like in the Gen 1 run, our starter is leveled up enough by this point that we can just cut our way through the fight. I don't know if that's going to work for the normal gym though. Maybe I'll need something with Flash to stop rollout. We have a few things that could learn Flash here, but most of it would need to be switch trained. I decided to go back a bit and catch a Wooper from near the start. It's pretty slow, so it's not exactly perfect for this, but he's a solid water type, so we could at least teach him some HMs in the future. Now, this actually took 18 tries to get to work, but here's how our best run went. Clefairy was super easy, as she usually is, but Miltank is a monster. I started using Flash right away to try and lower her accuracy as much as possible. Normally, I only get 2 flashes in at best, but on this run, we actually got all 6 to fully take down her accuracy. As soon as we went down, I sent out Croconaw, and she crits a Stomp, then flinches us on a Stomp. Then she misses one before hitting us with another that makes us flinch. Yeah, we got absolutely destroyed by horrible luck on that one. 18th try. This was the luckiest one where I got this far. It was another 14 tries before we finally got more than 2 flashes in. Okay, would you look at how many times Miltank missed Wooper while we were waiting for it to finish us off? I wish I'd get that kind of luck with Croconaw. In fact, as soon as we switched to him, we got hit by tons of stomps in a row. I was petrified that I was gonna lose when she crit a stomp to bring us to 4 health, but our critical cut and return took her down. That fight was 1,000 times worse than I was expecting. Alright, it's time to spruce up the team. First, I went to Route 38 to search for Snubbull. In Crystal, it's not so bad to find one, but for some reason in Gold and Silver this is the only route that they appear on, and it's got a 1% encounter rate. It's brutal. I probably don't need Snubbull, but I never get to use it, and I love it, so we're getting one. After only 3 minutes though, we found one and caught it on our first Great Ball. That was super lucky. This is before Fairy type, so it's just normal type. Once it evolves, it should hit pretty hard with Strength. Speaking of, I ride over to Olivine to pick up the HM for Strength and teach it to the team. After that, I go over to the dance hall to take them out with our new moves. By clearing this place, we get the HM for Surf, the strongest HM move in the game, and the main reason why water types are so important on HM-only runs. Now that we have Surf, we go and easily take out the Ghost Gym no problem. His only Pokemon that could hold on was Gengar, and he just used Mean Look. With that gym down, we can surf outside of battle. Right away, I make sure to go catch a Tentacruel. He was our MVP in the Pokemon Red HM moves run, so I absolutely want one for this run too. Fighting gym time. First is Primeape, who hits his legendary Leer on us. So we just one-shot him. Oh, that was quick. Polyrath is next, and he misses a Dynamic Punch that probably would have one-shot us. We did some decent damage, but his second swing hit, so we went down. Out to Feraligatr and we finish it off with 2 strengths. I'm just happy the Dynamic Punch misses a lot. On our way out, we make sure to pick up the HM for Fly. No one on our team can learn it right now, but it's the only other type coverage we're gonna get, so we'll have to catch something for it soon. Next for the Steel Gym, Magnemite is first, so I have Granbull take it out, but we did get paralyzed and taken to half health in the process, so I switched to Wooper for the second one. He can't use his electric moves on Wooper, so I took the chance to soften him up with a couple of Surfs before going down. Then it's out to Granbull to take another hit and hit another Strength. I left him with a Sliver, so when we went down, we just got Tentacruel to finish it off with Surf. Last was Steelix, but Feraligatr was almost able to one-shot it with Surf. Weirdly enough, he used Sunny Day. I guess he wanted to power down our water moves. Considering they never hit us after this, we had an easy time finishing the fight. With all those gyms done, we have to go do the Rocket Hideout. We've gotten to the point in the game where regular trainers are usually a pushover thanks to Granbull hitting so hard with Strength, and Tentacruel hitting so hard with Surf. That's great, because it just speeds up our travel. So after this, we have the Ice Gym, the Rocket Tower Rival Fight, and the Dragon Gym. Ice Gym is always easy, and I think Strength will get us through the Dragon Gym just fine, but I'm worried about the Rival Fight because of his Grass type and us having a lot of Water types. Ice Gym time. This went about as smooth as you'd expect, though. Granbull's Strength just destroys his whole team. After that is the Rival Fight. First is Golbat, so I go ahead and have Granbull one-shot it with Strength. We got confused in the process, but we got lucky enough to one-shot Magnemite too. For Haunter, we switched out to Tentacruel. We did great damage with Surf, then he finished himself off with Curse. I love when that happens. We switch out to Granbull to one-shot Sneasel but lose 2 stages of defense to Screech. Even with that, Meganium didn't do much damage with Body Slam, although we did get paralyzed. 2 hits took him down and won us the fight. We're really starting to pick up some speed here. It's funny, when I was planning out this run, I didn't think that Granbull was going to be my party lead for so long. I just thought it would be a really solid normal type to pick up, but if it took too long, then I'd grab a Tauros instead. That said, our Tentacruel is probably a bit underleveled because of this. For now though, Granbull all the way. We'll need him in a moment at the Dragon Gym. Alright, in the fight with Claire, she starts with 3 Dragonairs that we just one-shot. Kingdra worried me though as she outsped us and hit us hard with Surf. Strength took her to red health, so she used a Hyper Potion, then a Hyper Beam after our second Strength. It actually didn't hit that hard though, so we took her out on the follow-up. Granbull is a beast. We're getting close to the Elite Four, but before we get there, we have another rival fight. On our way to that fight, I went ahead and caught a Doduo. Much like in Gen 1, Doduo is a really good flying type, so if there's anything here worth teaching Fly to, it's this. Time for the final rival fight. Right away we get our defense dropped by Sneasel, but we land a one-shot. Golbat does more damage than usual with Wing Attack, but it's still not much. We get another one-shot. Magneton is next, so we switch to Quagsire. All Magneton has to deal with us is Sonic Boom, so we take him down in 3 hits. Back to Granbull for Meganium, and he only gets a chance to poison us before going down. Next is Haunter, and he goes down to the exact same Surf and Curse combo as last time. And last is Kadabra, who let off a Future Sight, then got decked by Granbull. Great fight! With that done, it's time to level up a bit. The Pokemon Champion uses Pokemon from level 44 to 50, and almost his whole team resists water, so we're gonna need Granbull and Doduo to be strong enough to win most of that fight for us. Doduo will evolve into Dodrio pretty fast, and will be pretty strong, but Granbull really seems like the answer to this problem. If I can get my team up to level 40, then I can probably just get the rest of the levels that we might need by having Granbull grind on the Elite Four themselves. Here's our stats after a quick grinding session. It's pretty good overall, I'm mostly just worried about our limited move choice holding us back. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Psychic Trainer Will. Knowing that his team is better with special defense than defense, I just sent in Granbull to spam Strength. It went incredibly well, as we didn't take any damage at all. Second is Poison Trainer Koga. I open with Tentacruel so that we can't get poisoned, and use Surf for damage. He started with Double Team, but we took Ariados down fast. Next is Venomoth, who we also brute force with Strength, as it just missed Supersonic. Fortress is next, and he's normally super tanky, but we have Surf, so he went down in 2 hits. Not before letting off spikes though, so switching hurts. Next is Muck, and he uses Minimize right away, and we miss a Surf. Not only that, but his Sludge Bombs are surprisingly strong considering we resist them. I'm just lucky that he didn't have Hyper Potions, or we would have gone down. Last was Crobat, but Granbull did a great job brute forcing it with Strength. Third is Fighting Trainer Bruno. Hitmontop has Detect, so we can't just use Fly on him, so instead I sent in Quagsire to tank hits and spam Surf. They trade shots for ages, but eventually we come out on the winning end. For Hitmonlee, we sent in Dodrio and used Fly for a one-shot. Onix is obviously a one-shot with Surf, and then it's back to Dodrio for Hitmonchan, who gets a crit for a one-shot. Pretty nice! Last is Machamp, and although Fly did great damage, he one-shot us in return with Rock Slide. Ouch. Out to Feraligatr, and Bruno uses a Max Potion. Surf is doing decent damage, but his Cross Chop is doing way more, to the point that we actually faint by the time we get him to red health. Tentacruel is fast and strong though, so he quickly finishes the fight. Fourth is Dark Trainer Karen. Umbreon almost went down at 1 strength, then hit Granbull with Sand Attack, so the moment we took her down, we noped out and switched to Dodrio. Thankfully, it was Vileplume next, so one Fly took it down just fine. For Gengar, we kept Dodrio in. She opened with Curse, twice for some reason, so between Curse and Fly, we took her down. Out to Granbull and we crush Murkrow in 1 hit, and last is Houndoom. I accidentally forgot to switch, so I had to switch during combat, leading to Quagsire taking a big hit from Flamethrower and Crunch that almost took him down. Surf did great, but Pursuit knocked us out. I just switched to Tentacruel to easily finish the fight. Finally, Pokemon Champion Lance. Water Onix is first, and believe it or not, we one-shot it with Strength from Granbull. Second is Dragonite, and we actually crit it to take it out too. This is a great start. The second Dragonite hangs on with red health and paralyzes us, then follows up with a Hyper Beam that did surprisingly little damage. We take it out on the follow-up, then switch to Feraligatr for Aerodactyl. We took a couple of massive hits, but we still won thanks to Surf. Next is Lance's third and final Dragonite, so I send Granbull back in. We're paralyzed, so he hits us first with Outrage, then we fail to attack. This is bad. We hit him with Strength on the next round, but then we go down. Out to Dodrio, and Fly manages to finish him off. Last is his Charizard, so I send in Tentacruel to use Surf. It does great damage, his Strength hardly hurts us, and we finish him off on the follow-up, winning us the fight. With the Pokemon Champion down, we get into the Hall of Fame and win the run, but you know that the video's not over yet. Gen 2 has all of Kanto in it. Normally there's not a ton to say about this part since Kanto is pretty easy outside of the blue and red fights, but we have some new Pokemon to catch. Right away, we go catch a Snorlax. She's basically going to be used like a second Granbull for us, just a big, tanky normal type who can use Strength and take some big hits. Then I go grab the leftovers to give to Granbull. He's got to last long enough to use all 15 of his strengths. I think that we need it for the red fight. Plus, Snorlax starts with leftovers, so she doesn't need it. Then I go through Kanto and take down every gym leader I can with Snorlax to get some experience. I could be leveling up our water types, but I don't think we're going to need them that much. We have 3 solid water types. They probably don't need to be as high a level as our normal types. I don't really want to get stuck on red as soon as Blastoise and Venusaur show up. With that done, let's give blue a try. Pidgeot is first, but we easily brute force it down with Snorlax and 2 hits of strength. I'm feeling good. I kept him out for Alakazam since Snorlax has better special defense than Granbull. We still took a good chunk of damage, but we one-shot him in return. Third is Rhydon, who we easily one-shot with Surf, then it's out to Granbull to deal with Water Onix. He made it rain, that might help us more than it helps him. He wastes some time with full restores, but in the end, he missed his Hydro Pump that probably could have taken us out. Executor is 5th, and I should have just had Dodrio fight it, but I misclicked and Granbull has to deal with it now. We got seeded early, and he likes to heal with items, but we took him down. It's a shame it's not raining anymore for the last part, because his last Pokemon is his terrifying Arcanine. Thankfully, we're mostly a water team, so I sent in Tentacruel and crit a Surf instantly to almost take him down. His extreme speed is brutal, but we won the follow-up for a great first try on blue. So, red uses Pokemon mostly with the levels in the high 70s, so we're gonna need to catch up at least a little bit. We're using some pretty decent Pokemon, but so are they. Here's their team. I think we can just brute force Pikachu at the start with Granbull or Snorlax, then switch out if we get hit with Charm so it's not too bad. Dodrio will still need to be leveled up to deal with Venusaur, and the water types should level up at least a bit so that they can all fight Charizard one by one if they have to. Beyond that, we just need the normal types to be strong enough to brute force Snorlax, Blastoise, and Espeon. Easier said than done. The grind here isn't too bad, thanks to the high-leveled wild Pokemon and the Pokécenter being right here. Still, it always takes a decent amount of time when you need to grind multiple Pokemon rather than just one. I'm still really thankful that Granbull is a fast-leveling Pokemon. Snorlax is unfortunately in the slow-leveling category, and it's pretty important that he be strong enough to tank the harder-hitting special attack users like Espeon. He'll be able to survive Psychic a lot better than Granbull. In fact, Snorlax is almost a straight upgrade, outside of a small speed difference and the fact that Snorlax levels up a lot slower. So, I know this is near the end of the episode, and many people don't see this part, but I kinda wanted to leave it for near the end anyway. This is my 100th Pokemon challenge. I could probably promote the video that way, but I don't really feel like it, because I kind of want this message to only land on the ears of people who've been watching this all the time. When I started, I was one of half a dozen people at most giving this Pokemon challenge thing a try, at least in this style. Since then, I've had countless people tell me that they started playing these challenges after watching mine. Some of them make videos, and some of them just do it for fun. A few weeks ago, I passed 400,000 subscribers, when I only had 60,000 when I did my first challenge. And most importantly, the success of my Pokemon challenges are what finally gave me the income I needed to make sure that my family have somewhere safe to live. I'm proud of myself for what I've accomplished. I'm happy that so many people enjoy the show now, and I'm constantly amazed that so many of you have stuck around, even after 100 of these Pokemon challenges. There's nothing that I can say right now that will accurately describe the impact that all of this has made on my life. There's just too much that I'd have to explain to give it context. But I know that some of you have been watching me for literally 10 years, and they know how much it means to me. Thank you again, everybody, so much for watching and commenting and supporting and just all of that. Now I've got a run to get back to before you all crucify me for taking too long. Here's how we look after some grinding. It's honestly not that bad. I think that we could at least start making some serious attempts now. Oh, and I went to the move deleter and deleted all the moves that we can't use anyway, just because it looks cleaner. Normally I don't bother, but they're all high enough level that they wouldn't learn any more moves anyway, and I really don't want to have to go back to the move deleter over and over for something that doesn't impact the run. By the way, thanks to us having a Pokemon with Flash for once, I don't have to navigate Mount Silver in the dark in this run. You gotta celebrate the little things. Alright, it's time for Red. Pikachu is first, and we're instantly hit by Charm, lowering our attack by 2 stages. Thankfully, we still hit super hard. He ends up using a couple of full restores on his Pikachu before we finally crit to one-shot him. We switch out to Snorlax as Espeon comes out and get hit really hard by a Psychic, just to land another crit to one-shot Espeon. This is a great start. For his Snorlax, I sent in Quagsire to use Flash. Unfortunately, we only got one Flash in before getting taken down easily. Out to our own Snorlax, and it's time to just trade shots. We're faster since we have stat experience, and I don't think he does, and we also have the advantage of Red being dumb and using Amnesia. Unfortunately, it didn't take long before his Snorlax crits ours to take us down. This is bad. Out to Granbull, and we landed our own crit to take him down. This fight is insanity. Next is Venusaur, so I sent in Dodrio, but Fly actually isn't enough to two-shot him, and we get taken down by Solar Beam. I'm kinda surprised. I sent in Granbull to finish it, and he started spamming Synthesis to stay healthy. It didn't take long before we crit it though, because this is apparently the fight where everyone crits, me and Red. Fifth is Charizard, and we have half our team left, so I sent in Tentacool. We did decent damage, but he two-shot us with Wing Attack. This is getting bad. Out to Feraligatr, and his Flamethrower wrecked us. The level gap is just too big. At least his health is low now. Last is Granbull, but we take a Flamethrower before we can finish him off, so our health is in yellow. Last is Blastoise, and we went down in one hit. So close. After a bit more grinding, we're back in the fight. This time Pikachu just missed Thunder, then went down in one non-critical strength. Espeon still hits hard with Psychic, but less hard than before. Still, we didn't get a one-shot this time, so in the end we had less health than the first time by the time Espeon fainted. Snorlax on Snorlax fight again, this time without Flash, and once again we get a pretty good start thanks to him using Amnesia. We ended up getting body slammed down to pretty low health, but our follow-up strength actually takes him down, so we still have Snorlax on our team this time. Out to Dodrio for Venusaur, and this time he used Sunny Day. We still took a Solar Beam for huge damage, but at least we got the knockout this time. Fifth this time is Blastoise, so I have Granbull size him up. He used Whirlpool for some reason, so naturally we used Strength. Then he made it rain instead of using a good move. Weird. Finally, he used Surf, almost takes us down, and then we finish him off with Strength. This is much better. Last is Charizard, so I sent in Quagsire. Charizard's Flame Wheel does just about nothing, as our Surf in the rain does great damage. His Wing Attack did a bit more than his Flame Wheel, but our second Surf took him down, winning us the post-game red fight. That was a fun run. It was really cool getting to use Granbull and Snorlax in this run, even if they were just there to use Strength. I'm looking forward to doing these HM runs in the later games, where there might be just a little bit more move choice. I really hope you guys like that run. For next Saturday's Pokemon Challenge, we'll be doing a pretty special one. Pokemon Fire Red with 1 Water Onix. You'll have to wait and see on that one. I've already started recording it, and you'll want to check it out for sure. As always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments, in the challenge request section of my Discord channel, and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. If you want to see me do more challenges like this, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter. I can always use more ideas from you guys on what I should do next. Also, check out the playlist in the description if you want to watch all the Pokemon challenges that I've already uploaded. If you guys want to see more Pokemon stuff from me, my friend WhatAGeek and I have done randomizer playthroughs of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Black and White, Red and Blue, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire over on his channel linked in the description. You can also watch myself, WhatAGeek, and Gooseup playing Pokemon here on my channel. We've done Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon X, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. That'll be back sometime soon-ish, maybe? So busy. Also, come by the Twitch TV streams and tell me that this video sent you. It's always cool to hear how you found the channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.